which I like. I like these projections. I do also like to clarify for people who's really comparing themselves to other people that with experience, with a lot of suffering and pain, with getting to a level where you learn how to transform and transmute perceived pain. Not that it's not real, it is real, but it's only being sustained as long as we maintain it. As soon as we start to tell a new story, the pain attached to the first story fade. Okay. Thing with the ego is it wants to protect its stories. Okay. So it's not that it's not real that one was, through something hard. It was true, and you felt it. I want to teach a hack. I want to share a hack. That's why I'm on here, because I'm noticing a lot of people struggling right now. I have been struggling a lot too. It's just about getting back to baseline and reset. Okay. But the thing with the ego is that the ego wants to protect our stories, right? Because if we don't protect, if the ego doesn't protect it, it means it didn't happen. It means it didn't hurt us. It means it wasn't hard, So the ego wants its round of applause of I'm a victim, I've been fighting, I've been sad, I've been this, I've been that. Thing is with the ego, it's never enough. Okay? So even if we give the ego that space of running, right? Run around and cry about it and be angry or sad about it, it won't be enough for the ego. The ego will continue, and as it continues, it expands the issues. Okay? So now it's not even about the problem it started with, it's about something else. It's about the feelings that came after or before, or the stories just continue. Essentially, what we want to recognize is what we want. Okay? And then when we're in the emotions, we want to narrow it down. Okay? So how we do that is to ask ourselves, what do you need in this situation right now, and how do we get out of it? Okay? It requires a lot of humility towards oneself and a lot of compassion. Okay? Because if we can maintain and sustain that humility and compassion towards self, we will not be out there and seeking that validation from people around. This will piss people off because we as a collective, we want to be codependent on each other, right? That's how we find our value within ourselves in mirroring with each other, okay? Which is not fully I'm not judging it. I understand it. We're humans. We need each other. Okay. But to get out of it, you need to starve it out. You don't need to vent about it. You don't need to talk about it. You need to starve it out. So, first step is don't talk about it. Don't vent it. Okay. If you need to talk to someone, record yourself talking. Go run or work out or journal about it. Okay, you have other options. Another human being cannot help you in certain situations. You have to help yourself. Okay. 1. 2, ask yourself, what do I need, right? What do I need? How can I get my needs met from myself? Okay, everything is within your own control. And so you get your needs met, right? And